Jets Ward.
Jets. What is going on, Jet fans? And welcome back to another episode of the Jets Ward. I am your host, Ryan Ward, and I'm so excited to be back with you guys. I got a lot for you guys in this video. But first, if you have been here before, welcome back. You know I love having you guys here in the Jets Ward. You make this so much fun for me, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying it as well. And if you are new here, welcome. Whether you're a Jets fan, a fan of another team, or just a casual NFL fan, you are always welcome here in the Jets Ward. It is a safe space for you. But guys, like I said, I got a lot to go over with you guys for in this video. The Jets have been making moves, but also getting some bad news. And at the end of the video, I have a player that the Jets might want to consider that recently got cut. But first, getting into the bad news, Jets fans, as you know, we lost this week to the Buccaneers. It was a tough loss. First three quarters did not look great. Fourth quarter looked much better. The Jets dealt with a lot of penalties. The Buccaneers were dealing with a lot of injuries and a lot of penalties as well. But the Jets somehow were able to come back in the end. And on the last drive, the defense just gave it away. But to make matters worse, our linebacking core has taken a massive, massive hit. And I'm sure you guys know about one of these injuries. But to my surprise, there came another injury today that I was shocked about, that I didn't know he was injured. But guys, getting into it, Quincy Williams and Marcelino McCrary-Ball are both going on the IR. They won't be season ending. They'll be out for at least 4 weeks. But these were two of our starting linebackers. McCrary-Ball was somebody who we relied on special teams as well. He was one of our special teams captains. Quincy Williams has looked like one of our better linebackers, if not the best linebacker we've had, and a leader on that defense. So both of them going to IR is very, very rough for the New York Jets because of the depth behind. Now, we have Jamien Sherwood. He hasn't been playing up to that contract that he was awarded this offseason, but I'm hoping that he could turn it around. But other than that, what do we got? We got Francisco Mauigoa, who hasn't missed a tackle yet and has looked solid so far, but he needs to show more. And other than that, that's about it. Like, we don't have a lot of depth at linebacker. So it's a very big concern. So what did the Jets do? They went out and made a couple of moves today. Some of them I really, really like. And the other, I think, is a very good depth veteran signing to our practice squad. So getting into it, the first move that the Jets did to try to help this today was they went out looking at practice squads, and they saw that there was a linebacker sitting on the New England Patriots practice squad, and that guy is Mark Robinson. Now, he has been in the league for a couple of years now. This is his fourth year in the NFL. He played with the Steelers. He was drafted by the Steelers, and he was with the New England Patriots this year, and they had him on the practice squad. He played in 3 games so far this year. But he's on the practice squad, and the Jets snagged him. And this is somebody who is a solid run defender. And what has been the biggest issue that the Jets have run into so far? Defending the run, well, pretty much defending everything. But one of the big things, too, is tackles. The Jets have blown a lot of tackles this year, especially in our secondary and in our linebacking core. Mark Robinson is a solid tackler. He's not going to give you much in the pass game, but the Jets signed him off the Patriots practice squad today just to give us a little boost in that linebacking room. He's 26 years old. He's 5'11", 235 pounds. He played in 3 games this year and has a total of 3 tackles. So hasn't shown much. You can utilize him as a special teams player as well, which I believe the Jets are going to do. But at least this is some depth and some high upside for this young man as well. Brings a lot of toughness and tenacity that I think the Jets desperately need on the defense. And we're taking him from the New England Patriots, which I always like to do as well. When you could snag somebody who is promising from another team, that's always a plus for me. But the Jets weren't done. The Jets also signed another veteran linebacker, Ben Niemann, who AG knows very well because he was on the Detroit Lions last year and played in 17 games. He's a durable player, great in special teams, and just an overall reliable guy that AG likes. He's 30 years old, a solid veteran option. We signed him to the practice squad today. He's 6'2", 235 pounds, been in the league for 7 years at this point. So just a solid veteran option to see what we can do. He's going to join the practice squad. Maybe if he gets his feet under him, AG will bring him back to the regular 53-man roster. We'll see how it goes. But I thought this was a solid signing. So Darren Muji and AG off to some good moves today. I like the both linebacker signings. But that wasn't the biggest thing that the New York Jets did. Now, as we know, our cornerbacks, Sauce Gardner included, have not been great. Sauce Gardner has been the best one, but he's dealing with a concussion at this point. He was taken out of the game. The reports are that he's fine and should be able to play on Monday against the Miami Dolphins. But Brandon Stephens has looked awful. That 3-year monster deal that we gave him is looking like a disaster at this point. So that's worrisome. And A.Z. Thomas, he's still very young, but he looked good when he came in for Sauce Gardner this past weekend. But again, very young. And I don't know what he is yet. I would love to see more of him. But we also have Quantez Stiggers, who's been great on special teams, but hasn't really shown much in cornerback play yet. Isaiah Oliver, who can play safety and can play cornerback. Our depth at cornerback was very thin. And Michael Carter II, too, has been banged up and has not been playing great either. So what did the Jets do? They went out and traded for a guy who I'm shocked he was available, and that is Tennessee Titans starting cornerback Jarvis Brownlee Jr. Now, the Titans drafted him last year in the 5th round. And one of the biggest things that a lot of players or a lot of teams loved about this kid was his physicality. He is not afraid to get in there and hit somebody, lay this boom on players. He's a smaller player. He's 5'10", only 194 pounds, but he plays like he's 6'2", 6'5". He plays big, and he doesn't miss a lot of tackles. He's actually, since last year, has one of the best tackling rates for a cornerback in the NFL. So again, he's in the league for 1 year. He's only 24 years old. I'm shocked the Titans actually traded him away. Now, what did we give up? The Jets got Jarvis Brownlee Jr. and a 2026 7th round pick for a 2026 6th round pick. For a guy who's just drafted last year, a 5th round pick who started in all 17 games last year. I don't know why the Titans did that. Honestly, I have a buddy who's a Titans fan. I got to get some answers from him to think what he thinks about this. But from what I've seen from Titans fans online, they are just as confused as we are about why this deal been made. I'm happy. I think the kid is solid. One of the biggest things is missed tackles. He's not going to miss a lot of tackles. And I think he can be a contributor right away. And I think he fits that AG aggressive style. And we got him locked up for 2 to 3 more years as well as a young player. That's not bad. So I honestly think this was a fantastic move by Darren Muji. So like I said, he's played in 2 games this year, has 17 total tackles, was injured this past weekend, did not play against the Indianapolis Colts. And that's a concern. But the big concern to me is, why did the Titans let him go? Why did they trade him for, let's be honest, not much? Is he a locker room guy? Have not seen any issues in the locker room or heard any issues in the locker room. Is the injury as serious as we think, or as people think? I don't know if the Jets and Darren Muji would have made this trade if his injury was very serious. I don't think Darren Muji would be that, pardon my language, dumb to make that move for an injury-riddled cornerback. On the field, well, he does get penalized a lot, which not great. But when you are that type of physical player, I'm happy with that physicality. He's a great tackler as well. Needs to work on some things in coverage, but I think he can bring a lot to this Jets defense if healthy. So kind of concerned what the Titans gave us. I trust AG and Muji with player development and player looking at these guys. it's a head scratcher for the Titans. And I would love to hear any Titans fans in the chat as well, or in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of this trade. Are you just as shocked as Jets fans, or were you happy this guy is gone? I would love to hear it from you guys. Those are the moves that the Jets have made. But there was an even bigger move that happened today as well. Not that the Jets made, no, that the Houston Texans made. They made the shocking decision to cut safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who hasn't been playing bad, honestly. So he got traded to the Texans this offseason from the Eagles. And with the Eagles, he was great last year. Problem was, rubbed a lot of people in the locker room the wrong way because he's a very loud, very vocal player and can get in players' faces when they're not doing their jobs or when things aren't going well. He will get in their face and scream, especially on the field or in the locker room. And it seems like that was happening again with the Houston Texans, that he was rubbing people the wrong way in that locker room. And after this past weekend, they released him. Now, guys, I want to have the serious conversation. Should the Jets take a look at C.J. Gardner-Johnson? He was drafted by the Saints when AG was there, when he was his defensive coordinator. Then he moved around a little bit, and AG was somebody who loved this kid and was all pounding the table for them to draft him. This is a AG player that we might need. And I understand our safety room. Tony Adams is hurt, but when he was playing, has not been great. Malachi Moore is a rookie. He's going to have some learning curves. I like Malachi Moore. Andre Cisco has been not great either. Our defensive backs core has not been good. And when you have a player like C.J. Gardner-Johnson become available, I honestly think you have to kick the tires on it. He's played in AG's system before. He's been successful the recent years. He's not old either. He's 27 years old. He's a physical safety. You can play him in the box. You can play him at free safety. You can play him at strong safety. If you want him to come down as an extra linebacker, he can do it. So you can still have Malachi Moore and Andre Cisco on the field. Maybe the Jets need a vocal guy in that locker room, a guy who's not afraid to get in your face if you're not doing your job. AG is the same freaking way. I honestly think if I were Darren Muji in the New York Jets, I would sign C.J. Gardner-Johnson. See what he can do for this team, because our defensive backs have been a disaster. Honestly, let's call it what it is. They haven't been able to cover anybody. Brandon Stevens has been bad. Andre Cisco has been bad. All right. Michael Carter II has been bad. Maybe C.J. Gardner-Johnson can come in and bring some stability to that safety room and some veteran leadership, because we have a young defense out there. Bring him in. See what he can do, because for the Texans, he wasn't playing bad either. He played in all 3 games for them, has 15 total tackles, doesn't have an interception. He doesn't miss a lot of tackles either. He doesn't miss a lot of time. He doesn't get injured very often. He's a very physical guy that you could do a lot with. I honestly think the Jets should go after him. I think he would fit perfectly in this defense and bring some toughness to this defense as well, which we are seriously lacking at this point. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think the Jets made great moves today? Are you unhappy with the moves that Darren Muji and AG made? Or do you think the Jets should go after C.J. Gardner-Johnson? Titans fans, are you happy with the trade that you made with the Jets today? I'd love to hear it all from you guys. Make sure you leave a comment down below in the comment section. Let me know what your feelings are. Let me hear what you guys have to say. I love responding to all you guys. I always try to respond to everybody as soon as possible. And again, if you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for any updates of when I post more videos. And again, thank you so much for joining me in the JETS Jets Ward. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.